Welcome back to my channel, guys. Blue Star Pirates. I got this a little set up for you guys already, so we don't have to take any extra time getting to the location. Yeah. Well, I'm here at a different park, and there's looks like some kids over here playing some kickball, so I got to be kind of mindful that, you know, I don't put any kids and stuff in the video. So, anyways, guys, I had a few things scratched out here that I wanted to talk to you about. No shout outs today, and that's all right, but there's someone running over there. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about, love, of course. It's always changing, right? I mean, it's a situation where you're talking about two people who have free choice, and love changes. Things can happen from one day to the next, and you just never know. That's not what we're getting with God, but in terms of our human relations, it's very much like that. So I do want to kind of pan over here and show you guys. I really like this park. I've been here a couple times. Now on the other side, there's also another backstop for softball, and then look all the way out there. I mean, you would really have to have some power to hit a ball over the fence into someone else's yard, break windows and stuff like that. So I think this is a really good setup. And then of course right there on the upper left hand corner, that's actually the firehouse. So if you're at this backstop right here, I mean, even if you crushed it, it's just the firehouse, you know what I'm saying? So really a wonderful little park. I will go ahead and check Atlas Earth after I'm done with the video. I'd wanted to do that beforehand, but I have a feeling, guys, that this park is 100% available to get bought up in Atlas Earth. I mean, I've been noticing at a lot of these parks that it's all available. So my strategy on Atlas Earth is to buy public land that people can enjoy, and reference and be like, oh yeah, this is where Pirate was enjoying filming, and it is actually quite a beautiful treasure. It's not for like living, but it's for enjoyment. And so being able to share with you guys virtual real estate and allow you to have access to it, I know it's kind of crazy, but it's just how I am navigating through the metaverse for you guys, and trying to bring you guys content and beauty. That's something about my channel that I hope you guys find unique, and it's unique to it's unique to me. It's something that's important to me, so whether someone copycats it later or not, that's no big deal. Good ideas, they spread, so yeah, talking about love, talking about your future wife, or your other half, or like potential partners that you're dating. You guys got to believe her when she shows you who she is the first time. You know what I'm saying? And the way it happens is like, you just kind of like, one thing might raise your eyebrow a little bit, and you might wonder like, well, that's kind of weird. Like, that's just a little offbeat. And then, from your first impression of this person, right? And then you'll see it, maybe a behavior or words or some sort of action again. All right, so then it starts, now it becomes basically like a red flag. and that should put you on alert. And then don't be afraid to address it. You know, like at least in my case, you know, maybe I did make some mistakes. Maybe I came out a little too strong with love and didn't allow her to earn it. You know, because I'm doing this this path back to God, and of course God is He's going to welcome you with open arms, but that's not the way that man works, right? And so a woman, she wants to earn your love, you know. So the fact that you give her the love up front without her having to earn it, that's a red flag to her. And in the worldly sense, that makes a lot of sense, you know. But I also understand from a godly perspective, you know, why a man would just freely give a woman love up to and including, you know, his heart in a very short period of time. But, you know, I guess you have to keep perspective, fellas. And, you know, I am basically talking about myself and kind of sharing that. But, you know, I'm very easily to pull it back when I see that there's behavior that's, you know, not acceptable in a woman for me. You know, so like I said, you know, believe her the first time when she shows you herself, you know. And then, you know, some follow-up thoughts on that is, you know, maybe she wasn't the one. You know, if you're playing for all the marbles, you know, which it's hard to level up and do that in this world as a son of God and trying to get your walk straight with God. It's hard. It's hard to play for all the marbles. You know what I'm saying? Everyone wants to play for funsies and take their marbles back home. And, you know, I know there's not a lot of people out there in this day and age that play marbles. So this analogy might not make sense to those people, but to the people that I'm truly talking to on this video, you know, we played marbles in grade school and on the playgrounds and stuff. And, you know, so you guys know what I'm talking about. And then the other thing I was thinking that if she is the one, she's not ready. You know, maybe because, you know, God says that many are called but few are chosen. And so maybe this is her chance to be with you, you know. And then also, lastly, you know, be patient. You know, right now, basically, like I would say, I'm seeing some things that are definitely look like deal breakers, you know. But the thing is, sometimes, especially when it's like online and different cultures, like overseas or whatever, you know, you got to be patient. So, you know, when if the communication was fluid and it was like, you know, in your home country and, you know, you guys are definitely on the same page, you know, I would say, you know, go ahead and make those decisions straight away. Like, why waste the time, right? But overseas, like, you know, even past your when you do finally have that, like, oh, this ain't gonna work, give it just a little extra time and allow her a chance to maybe clear things up if you know, you truly believe she's the one and she's genuine. And then you know, I wanted to break down this other little thing I wanted to share with you guys, and I'm gonna do this from time to time, and I'm gonna call it Phone Call with Nana. So I have a pseudo-Grandma, you know, an adopted grandma. She's my parents' age, older than one and younger than the other. So we've been friends for 25 years or so. I really respect this woman. She's had a hard life, hard-working woman. Basically raised 7 kids on her own. Amazing woman. And I'm not going to put her name out, but we'll just call her Nana because that's kind of her She's my adopted grandma. So, a sudo-Grandma. And so, she has a lot of culture in her, fellas. And so one of the things that I love, and I'm going to share with you about her personality is, she has words that are unique to her, like she makes them up. And yesterday I caught one of them, and it was frustrated. Oh man, it just made me smile from ear to ear. I'm a little bit of a wordsmith myself, so when I hear mashups like that, it makes me grin inside. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So you heard it here first. From Nana, frustrated. Okay. And, I was talking to her about love, and, what she said was, salt and sugar look the same, but you won't know till you taste it. And I'll say that again. Salt and sugar look the same, but you won't know until you taste it. And, so it's kind of self-explanatory, when I'm sitting here talking about love and, love online and thousands and thousands of miles away, it makes a lot of sense. And for the fellas out there that are, doing the online dating, it's something to consider, And then, we've had conversations about, different, God-fearing people, and we've had conversations about, Christians that say they love God. And, it's kind of a unique point, guys. And here's the question. How do you tell the difference between those who love God and those that fear God? All right. Now, if you're on your path, if you're listening to my content and you're like, whoa, man, I think I might want to tribe with that guy. That guy is trying to figure out who the men are in his world that he's going to help because he's coming back to God. If you are questioning, who your tribe is, maybe this question is for you. All right. She and I, we discussed it, and there's, some people call them fake Christians, and I think that's a little harsh, right? Because God loves all of us, and we can all come back to the fold at any point in time. God welcomes us with open arms, but don't make any mistake about it. The people that are just saying that they're Christians, they love God, but they're loving God for what he does for them. Okay? And so it can seem like they're fake because it's certainly a superficial aspect of humans that we have, right? It's what have you done for me lately? Right? Our jobs, you could be a great performer in your job, make one mistake, and then you're fired, right? So the way we operate as men and humans, mankind, is very superficial. And so there are Christians that are not in their walk. And I think that's probably the best way to put it. But what's the difference between them and someone that says they're God-fearing? Wow, guys, and this is all from Nana. All right, it's actually a simple answer, and it's in the scriptures. And she's like me. She doesn't necessarily go to church every day or every Sunday. She was raised with good morals, good parents who love God, and she, certainly went to church during her lifetime. But she knows the scriptures, and so I can't just quote verses off like I was some kind of preacher or something, but it is in the scriptures, and if you know it, go ahead and drop it in the comments. But if ye love me, ye shall keep my commandments. That's how you know they're God-fearing. That's how you know. And it'll be reflected in their actions. So, that's just a little tidbit from our conversation. And then here's another thing that she said, and it's also in the scriptures. And I hope this touches the right person, because these are possibly different messages to different people that I'm putting out there. But the scriptures do say this, that vengeance belongs to God. So, when you're hurt and all that stuff, whether it's in love or it's in, your regular day life, and maybe not so personal a relationship, maybe it's a professional relationship, or, community relationship or something. If you're hurt, just remember to maybe recognize that anger, but then understand also that vengeance belongs to God. All right. And here's the last thing that we touched on that I want to share with you guys. And it's going to be, relatively short message today, just a 15-minute video or so. But if you know the right thing to do, you must do it. If you have been given more knowledge, and you have been brought up well, and you know the difference between right and wrong better than someone that doesn't, you're going to be held to that, and they are going to be held to the knowledge that they have. So I just want to throw that out there for you guys. You can see that it's definitely like sunset. I really like that that light that's coming from the firehouse over there. It's really warm and beautiful up in the upper left-hand corner. But without further ado, guys, let me sign off, and just wanted to say thank you. I'm grateful, and God bless each and every one of you.